held from October the 25th to the 26th of 2019.
This year's theme is Innovate, Connect, and Transform ICT for Youth.
Tune in to Swazi TV on Friday the 25th at 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. as we bring you the live broadcast from the ICT Fair 2019 at the University of Eswatini.
And on Saturday the 26th, we will be live as well at the ICT Fair from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
You don't want to miss it.
We want to hear and interact with you on our social media platforms. Share with us on Twitter, Facebook, your innovative ideas and ideas on how the youth can transform and connect using information, communication, and technology. And on Instagram, send us pictures of you and your friends at the ICT Fair.
Or just browse and like our post on what Eswatini TV is up to down at the ICT Fair. Follow us on Instagram, Eswatini_TV, on Facebook, Eswatini TV, Twitter at Eswatini_TV.
I believe sufficient advanced technology is equivalent to magic.
Today's technology is booming market full of exciting and innovative products and new learning opportunities, with technology as a major consumer of our time and also an exciting experience our world today.
Hello everybody at home, welcome back to it. It is day 2 of the ICT Fair. My name is Majesty and we are still over here broadcasting live in Matapa, Eswatini at the University of Eswatini. My name is Majesty and I'm not alone. I am, of course, with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. John Perez.
Sifusele namasilele.
Kunjani Mr. Perez?
Siphilile mnakethu sifusela nje amaswati emakhaya. Sibonga lithuba ukuthi singaphinde sibuye la sibe ingxenye lomsebenzi lomuhle we-ICT Fair yanga 2019 lapho khona ke sikhulumisa ke indzaba kuthuthukisa ke tekuxhumana kwatisa nebuchwepheshe ekhaya ke Eswatini. I-theme ya this year it's Innovate, Connect and Transform ICT for the youth. We are hoping that you are going to enjoy this broadcast today much more because we are actually showing you some of the winners of the programming contest. I'm sure you've been following that programming contest, Magali, so you know. Mankhuluma na Dr. Methula Itolo uthite manje awuphireze ngazi uthini nevele sekunishile noma sesinganifundisa program manyalo sekuvele ku you know, I think lelo hola beligcolelela Itolo ema high school students and maybe those that have just finished or completed high school, and we are going to be talking to them here today as well.
I actually had the lucky chance to witness some of the presentations at the innovation contest, and even more lucky, I was able to speak to the winners of last year's competition. The first thing that got to me was when they told me, last year, and I don't mean this I mean this in a very respectful way, but these two small people who came through and they told me about how they decided and they designed an application that they meant for the country. And I looked at them and I said, yeah. So it's really, yeah. I like
how small are they, Mangadi? So are you talking about 17, 18, 20?
I was so shocked when they told me that they're actually currently finishing their Form 5. Because to me, they look like they probably grade 7, you know. But you'll see them because we're actually going to have them on the show today. They'll tell us about their idea, how they won. And of course, we'll get to tell you guys more about the innovation contest that's been going on and facilitated by the First National Bank, FNB. It's quite something to hear some of these young people, you know, with these great ideas and these really smart ideas. I know that when we were speaking about it yesterday, we spoke about how the youth will learn a lot from this and will gain a lot from the advancement of technology. But when you really see it, after algorithms and you know, it's entertaining and it's something that gives hope for the future.
You don't want to start trending for the wrong reasons.
I really don't.
And I think one of the applications I've heard is an application, a food application. People have been saying, I think for quite a long time, Mangadi sort of would say, the moment we start downloading food on an application, that would be the essence or the advancement of true technology. So we are going to be talking to them today here. We are very excited to be bringing them on board here today as well. Official from the Ministry of ICT, Information Communication and Technology, just to find out exactly what the ministry is doing in terms of making sure we have access to ICT for all in the Kingdom of Eswatini.
This weekend, Eswatini is back with a different tune and a different vibe. We bring you the hottest music videos, and you can catch up on live in-studio interviews with your favorite celebrities. We've also got highlights of previous high-end events in and around Eswatini. Join us live on social media and call in to send your shout-outs. Catch This Weekend Eswatini every Friday at 5:30 p.m. live on Eswatini TV.
Liphoyisa mnakethu. Yebo. Ulibone mbamba kube kuliphoyisa. Manje ke phe mnakethu thina simemalazana. Yathi liyahlanya leliphoyisa. Abayabize bafuna leqhuqhupa kumbuka phela umntwana ukuthi ngabe wabumbamba yini.
Kanti wena indlebe takho tinjani? Ngoba ngisho kahle kuwe ngithi mine Lazaro uhlala lapha ekhaya kimi yedwana. Uhle ahamba enyamalala manje uphize ngifuna kwathi ukuthi bese ngento etabatini ntaba ngaphela lo mfana ophiza abuza
yebo se hayi no se angiyafika la khabole lijaha anza kukhala libhunga
Uwo wonke umhlaba
wonke
lo mntwana
manje sengibuthi nokuthi nasabuya Lazaro ngoba ngathi ngizojakubo
uyahlupha ke nawe mafunya ufuna njani ufuna Lazaro nomfuna kuvusa likhale emnakeni
phela ngifuna abuye ngilwini
yemntwana ngiyaqoqa mfuku kanti bewutengilima
Tisihlolo lapho uzangu yo Tizamzangu ukwente lo
Usho kanjani wena ukuthi ule lapha uthi akusenjani
ayivakali lentweni
yini le bonto yini
hayi angathana babane mina ngiyathi lento le angiyathi lento
Ngizange sengikubone
babe mamba you are under arrest
Dawukhuluma phambili oh yena esahamba naye bamba athini nathi ngomyeni wami awumine kwa
Maswetla mahle namhla emini sila Sioneso Sports Emporium lapho khona ke sinikhombisa ke umsebenzi loqhubeka ko we ICT Fair ledlaleke itolo lapho khona ke litiko letekwadisa kuxhumana nebuchwephesha libambisene ke nelitiko ke lelibukeke tekudlobalisa emabhizinisi kuleli Eswatini Investment Promotions Authority inyuvesi livela kaNgwane kanye ke neRoyal Science and Technology Park babambisene ke kuqhubeka ke lo msebenzi lapho khona ke sithi innovate, connect and transform ICT for the youth. Ingathi ke ingcikithi yalo msebenzi walonyaka ukuthi nje abantu labasha abalekelelwe ngekuthi ke leti ke tekwatisa kuxhumana nebuchwepheshe tibavumele lokuthi babe ingcenye yako konke ke lokwentekako nokuthi masenda ke inhlelo tibe ngileto letaba accommodate njengoba sathe ukuthi likusasa lelive lingolo mlibalo ya embili, and the future in itself is IT or technology. Ngakuxoxalana ke na Siphelele wakamzebele longumengameli wenhlangano ke yabothishela lababuke ke tindzaba tekuxhumana nekwatisa tebuchwepheshe etikolweni ICT Association yasetikolweni. Kuva nje ukuthi ingabe ke le contest lebekade ikhona la lapho khona ke bantwana bekade ke ba presenter ema projects abo lahambelana ne innovation, where FNB had given them 3 problem statements to solve, and we just want to find out exactly how that has gone and what the essence of that will be in the long term. Mzabele, angubingelele mnethu kuphethuba lekuvusela eMaswati.
Siyabonga Chris, ngasivusele babukele emakhaya.
Yeah.
Ukuya online ku YouTube.
Mabathe ungumengameli bese ngicabanga ukuthi makuthiwa nje ungumengameli wenhlangano yabo technology etikolweni sekuthanga kubuka ukuthi ngabe ugabeni letinto letingemawashi lethebula lenkulumo lesiyendako, because you know you are also someone apart from running the association who's got an interest in the technology space, I believe.
Yes. Well, sinenje bochaba ka ICT, most of us vele sinayo le interest kiyo because if udele interest, then how are you going to teach the technology if we're not udele interest like so really interest in kakhulu?
Of course. Ngeva lokuthi bantwana ngazuthi sebasesigabeni sekwakhane ama robots la computer nabo America. I don't know if you yourself can be given a task to build a robot and then
it's lesibadzala phela sesiyabuka nje labantwana benomsebenzi wabo, but nje abantwana baseta kahle bantwana beMaswati nabo sebayakhola exposeka lonke letinto letendekako lamhlabeni wonke jikelele. Ngalolu sitelayo internet nokuthi bakhona ukufunda letinye izinto ukuthi batenda kanjani.
We will get into the gist of our discussion here today, particularly lokube kwenteka lapha kwale programming contest, you know. But I think nje I've been following and I realized ukuthi in as much as sifuna kwenda ema gatherings lafana nana ICT Fair, for instance, you know, and with the aim of empowering or creating capacity for the young people or creating an enabled environment for the youth, you know, but it seems like these young people are way ahead of us in terms of understanding some of these issues, you know. A colleague of mine just a short while ago was talking about algorithms and the likes, you know, and we were saying, he was actually asking me, do you understand the concept of algorithms and the likes? And I don't even go there, you know. But these young people, if you ask them, they will explain it to you. If you ask them about artificial intelligence, they will tell you. If you ask them about blockchain technology, they will explain it to you. Where are they getting all this information, and do we even understand their capacity in the space?
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngila speakers thineke eveneto sayile khona emuva, because thina nje sport teacher yonke le information na bantwana bayithola kuyo kule bakufundisa kule tikolweni, but ke kusete kahle le information esibaniketa yona ngema technology lamasha lendekako kuba ngilawo nje lamancane kanti semaningi phela ema technology lavelako la emhlabeni. So if singaba nayo nje indlela ukuthi sibe nema syllabus maybe la tokhona ukuthi address onke lama issues.
Yes. And now tell me briefly Mzabele about the association yabothishela the Association of Technology Teachers at Tikolweni Live in Kangwane, and I'm interested mostly in understanding a representation yabo both in the rural and the urban areas.
Oh, okay. So the association yaqala ngeminyaka wa 2015 inabothishela nje bonke bothisha baka ICT bavumelekile ukuthi bayijoin le association. Bese yena nje ama events ukuthi bakhona naku assist labo thishela kanye nebantwana kulama events abo ukuthi babone letinye izinto letendekako emhlabeni we technology.
Njengoba ngibuta, it would sound to me like ngazuthi kukhulunywa ngetikole letsemadolobheni, because I'm saying this because internet is the enabler for ICT. Angathi lesikole lesemakhaya lokuthi kukhona ndesikwendako lokuhambelana ne-ICT, mostly because of the challenge ukuthi awukhanda letikole tide le internet, you know, which is like I'm saying is the enabler for all internet that you can do, you know. the representation in the association bakhona basemakhaya abothishela noma ninalabo basemadolobheni kuphela.
Ungamangala Mr. Perez ukuthi itikole etiningi vele ngito leti tasemakhaya ku leti represented like le association leti question kancane nje nasemadolobheni naloko kuyasijabulisa ke thina because kusho ukuthi I-technology yahambi ifike kulo lonke live la kaNgwane.
Yeah, and as part of your programs I understand ukuthi netinhlelo tendako, and I was actually surprised ukuthi sikhuluma silak ICT Fair lenkulu yelive but nanani ne association yalabothishela be technology be ICT nanani ngazothi nibanda yemi ICT Fair leba khona nga July. Can you please just elaborate on that?
Oh yes, sibanayo ICT Fair babe press sothi kuyake siqalele kuma regions sothi sihambe onke ama regions on 4 la kaNgwane sihambe siyobuka lama projects labantu lama regions ukuthi bena kanjani le ma region ngese nasibambisene ke netifundvo letinye letifaka ekhatsi maths ne science ngoba leto tifundvo letengeke ukuthi isuse vele ku ICT deyamine kakhulu bese kuba khona ke lenkulu ke leba khona nga July la khona ema primary schools nema high schools bayeta nje bantwana bacutselane ma categories lahlukene. So nalonyaka nje sibe nayo beyikhona nga July of this year iyake ke nesekelwe ngetimali inkampani lenkulu swazi MTN etekuchumana swazi MTN.
Yeah, and as president of the association, what is the most mind-blowing invention or innovation that you've seen come out of the ICT Fair yalabantwana lebakhona ngalo July?
Well, okay, kithi ngalaka ICT senginothi nje mangichazile nema categories lahlukene lengingasho ukuthi kwaba stand out nje kithi khona abantu balabake ba developer an application le phinze ibe website le application yabo le bayi developer. So le application yabo bokhona ukuthi wende inqumbi yedingo like ine database yabo bonke bantu bakulamanye ama fields la kaNgwane ngiyabekisa nangabe ufuna umuntu long carpenter uyakhona kumthwala kule application uthole ama contact details akhe. Nangabe ufuna i-text usenhlangano uyakhona kuvela le application ukhona ukuthi uthole loyo muntu leyo text leyo na ukhona lenhlangano. So ngicabanga sikoba innovation lekahle kakhulu because siyake sibe sedinkingeni ukuthi okay nange lo sengimelwe imoto esigangeni
ufuna amapendana
sengifuna amapendana ngathi sindamthola kuphi but awune application lekanjalo uyakhona nje kuvula.
And where is that application as we speak?
Okay, problem ngema applications kuba ngilakusekelweni kwethu ngetimali because siyake sipisa nasilokuthi ema application la njengalawa ungakhanza ukuthi sesi yawafaka khona le ka Google la khala khona nje konke ama applications emhlaba wonke kusakhona ukuthi sive sikhona ku downloader sikhona ukuthi bawasebenzise balave net kaNgwane ama application.
Yeah, and then also I understand that in the area of technology we are also trying to empower girls, you know,
yes.
Which I think in the past beyikhona lento ukuthi area yebafana le umfana nje lobekenda iscience netibalo akude bekwatiwa nje ukuthi bafana, you know,
yes.
But I think over the years we've seen girls really stand out in this area, you know, and I know you've got an initiative lehlose kuphakamisa abantwana labangamantombazana girls in IT which
yes.
is also part of the initiatives that you drive as an association.
Yes, kuliqiniso abephirezi vele bomake ngasibe basayele emuva especially kuleti fundo taka maths ne science nato taka ICT itolo nje nasine career fair ebantwana because itolo sibene career fair sijabulile kubona inqumbi yabomake laba sethe leti fundo te computer science baqhubeka nato bahamba vele embili ngelo se baphumelele nje empilweni kakhulu. Lokunye ke sine nje as an association sisebenzisana ne youth council sike siphumele bantwana bimantombazana ngeminyaka lophile nje base Ethiopia lo mnyaka lona bebase South Africa la khona bafike bayobafundisa khona nje ngempilo nekutiphasa nje ngentombazane bese ke bafaka ke nayo le element ke IT ukuthi nathi into leti hamba embili kulamalanga yile banga disita ngako using lama skills IT.
Yeah, and I think I don't want this opportunity to pass us by. I know there are people listening to us, particularly tinzaweni letsemaphandleni, you know.
Yes.
Labantwana banako lokuthi yathi la sikolweni sethu abasinaki letinza bate IT, and yes. we do want to participate in this space. ngingenda njani ngingomfana loyo angazathi khanze kumbe likusasa lakhe lidivethekile alandzela into lebangafisi kuyenda empilweni simply because maybe kude le interest maybe within the environment ekakuyo at the moment, you know. Ne association ningamsita kanjani?
Okay, lokunye letingakusho Perez ukuthi si association lesikwendile nathi sakhile iwebsite la stock khona abantwana batokhona kuthola khona information about the association. So nje nawo bangangena sidalo futhi nelikhasi ka Facebook nalo leli chaza kabanzi le association ukuthi yini umsebenzi wayo. So bantwana bangavula lelo khasi la ka Facebook na le website ke lesinayo ukuthi batobona ukuthi yini lesiyenda ke association yini singabasita ngayo futhi si association yabo t-shirt.
Yeah, abakhoshe mina ukuthi bangena kanjani ke mabaya ku Facebook batheshe bafika.
Nabaya ku Facebook uyasesha nje sesengiswaziland ICT Teachers Association.
Okay.
Facebook ke loyo, and then ku le website it's a www labathathu bese ufaka dot bese ubhala EICTTA.com lapho ke utakhona ngikuthola netinvo lesitendako as association.
You know. Cela nje tell quickly about programming contest lesi benayo leqala itolo ema-finalists ayo aphumile nama-winners akhona lephela aphume namuhla ihambe njani nekuthi what was exciting about this year's programming contest?
Okay, tsine ema high school le programming contest lesinayo tsine be a little bit different from le innovation contest beyendiwa ngu FNB, but kucishe kuhambelana. So le contest lena be kuyi-level yebantfwana kahle kahle ukuthi bona ba contesta nganangle bakufundzako letikolweni tabo. So singasho ukuthi ihambe kahle kakhulu, sibonile ukuthi there's a lot of improvement latikolweni ngalokufundza kwe-ICT kwebantwana nalama ideas labacamka nawo nje bonakele ukuthi cha so lo ayange ku improve asuthi live liya improve.
Yeah, and as we are talking here, Mzebele, we also need to understand that we are educating members of the public at the same time, you know.
Yes.
Programming la and vele sebanengi labasalele emuva ngalokuthi the reason why we are doing this is so we can create awareness, you know.
Yes.
Just briefly, what are some of the programs or the programming issues that they were being handled by these kids, and what really is programming?
Okay, so tsine i-programming ngilo kwakha lama applications leswasebenzisa kulaticingweni tethu nje bo WhatsApp tsine nje sifike sesidownloada nje but tsineke nyalo lesikwenda kuzamela kubafundisa ukuthi umakha kanjani lo WhatsApp kahle kahle umakha kanjani lo Facebook uze abe khona la cingweni. So i-programming it's all about that. So tsine i-focus yethu this year bekuma databases lokuthi uyistorisha njani manje le information yebantfu la kule database kula ma applications app, how do you actually store le data le. So the focus this year it's bekungiyo la ma databases ukuthi le information ke uyigcina kanjani kuze ingalahleki futhi ingatfolwa ngabantu lengamele ukuthi baze bakhona kuyisebenzisa ngitindlela tawo letingasiko kahle.
Mzabele siyabonga kakhulu ukuzivakashela mina ethu.
Sibonge kakhulu Mr. Perez.
Kakhulu sebamaneke bayala bomzabele kusifundisa lento about programming because we also need these opportunities, especially if you've got this experience here and there. Train us so also we understand how we can build our own applications to provide solutions, you know. It's unfortunate that back in the day when we were doing our grade 1s, our form 1s, all these things were not there, and the narrative now is that we can't teach you, Mr. Perez, because you know, and we feel really left out. But we will be following and helping those that are in need of this information because the future lies in the hands of the young people whom we are trying to capacitate. We are going to take a quick break and we will be back in a short while.
ICT Fair lapho sengikhona khona ngisestandini sase-National Contact Center Services lapho bathi asichazela kabanzi bona ukuthi what is the technology that they have applied so far to make impilo yeMaswati ukuthi ibe lula. Eceleni kwami ke nginaba beduwe lotasicela ukuthi uma sikhuluma nge-National Contact Center Services sisuke sikhuluma ngani. Babeduwe unjani baba?
Siyaphila fortunate siyabonga.
Ngiyabonga baba. So maybe can you please tell us about the National Contact Center Limited?
Sibonga kakhulu uzusele babukele emakhaya. I-National Contact Center Services it's inkampani lecanekise kusongqongqondo weMaswati House lesephoqweni i-provider ngathi iphiceleti call center contact center solutions. Sibuke ukuthi sisekela tinkampani in terms of concentrate core business yato. Ikakhulu ngiyabekisa nje inkampani inqumbe tinema call center sisatiyekele kunema call center atito sebenza le service sevele ikhona sitaba supporta ngoba sinalo lwati thina sitakhona kubasekela.
So Babetube, what brings you to ICT Fair 2019?
Lokhu silethe lapha kulokuthi sifuna ukutotiveta sotikhangisa nokuthi ati maswati ukuthi kunendlela kanjena lesathi ngikwati abantu inqumbi bathi ukuthi yendeka ngaphandle kwale live iyendeka la khaya sithi emaswati bosomabhizinisi tinkampanini atito usebenzisa le facility leseyikhona lese available singasebenziswa amaswati onke singasho kafishane.
So how big is the National Contact Center services? Because it seems like you're doing such a great job, especially njengoba kangwane sebaningi bosomabhizinisi nato tinkampani.
Ngibonga kakhulu is fortunate on that part. I-National Contact Center inetitulating 204 and sibuke ukuthi itawu expanda in the future. Siqale nga 204 kwanyalo. Sibuke ukuthi itawu expanda ngoba sibuke ukuthi tinkampani tonke sitibuka sithi itawu toyisebenzisa lendzawo nangephandle kwale live. Sitawu siphinde sikhulumisana nabo somabhizinisi nangephandle.
So Babetube, can you please tell us about the system lenisebenzisako ne technology that you use when it comes to that system?
Okay. I-system lesiyisebenzisako iqhamuka eFrance bathi altitude. Ngiyona lesiyisebenzisako ukupictureisha lawo ma-calls lawo msebenzi wendako on behalf of the customer. Iyakhona kulivikela le-customer information le-customer. Iyakhona kwa-recorda lawo ma-calls noma konke lesikwendako. Just in case maybe ufuna kwathi uthi wendani nekuthi ngiyabekisa abantu bakho kufuna ukuhlala ubatrainer maybe une dispute nawo customer siyakhona ukuthi sikulanzelele sikuhlole ukuthi sikusebenta kanjani.
So I'd love to know mina ukuthi i-National Contact Center isebenta kanjani. There is inbound services nema outbound. Can you tell us ukuthi uma sikhuluma nge-inbound ne-outbound sisuke sikhuluma ngayo?
Ku inbound services kuba lapho khona njengoba ushaya customer ureceive wangithi lokho noma kumbe yamelela lokho sibita nga-inbound. Ngidawubekisa nje ngithi pheceleti kunemsebenzi sike sawenda welive waka EBC nakhona lapho kwakuyi-help desk yayendeka khona phasengqongqondo lweMaswati lokho it was an inbound service. Kuyendeka sinye isikhathi khansi maybe ndawushaya ngephandle abantu bethu bashayele lawo makhasimende labo bathi ma-outbound services lokutawufaka ekhathi maybe kuthengisa ekhathi ngathi pheceleti ngesingisi i-telemarketing naloko kuyendeka khona lapha kithi sikwendela on behalf of amakhasimende ethu.
So as Nenda lomsebenzi omkhulu kangaka, what are the challenges that you face when it comes to technology and how do you overcome those challenges?
Well, singacabanga ukuthi i-technology yethu isezingeni lesetulu. Kwanyalo sisasebenta sisalela ukuthi sikhake bomabhizinisi bayisebenzise le facility yethu. But kwanyalo sikhona siyakhona kusebenzisana kahle kakhulu.
Okay, when it comes to ICT, do you allow individuals brilliant ideas because emaswatinyalo sekayijwayele ICT laba brilliant ideas laba fisa ukuyisita i-National Contact Center? Do you allow those people noma nifuna ukuthi ideas aqhamuke within the center?
Si was so open ukuthi abantu labangephandle bengathi abatosisita ngoba phela ngumsebenzi lomkhulu lona ngete sathi konke nebantu ngephandle bangathi abatosisita maybe basita ngemakhasimende loba batosisita ngelwati olutsite ngoba egcina kwakhona sifuna ukuthi emakhasimende asitakale.
Okay, so what are your future plans as i-National Contact Center? Because egcineni kwawo konke sifuna ukuthi live la kangwane libe when it comes to technology libalelwe emaveni lasembili.
Sibuke ukuthi i-National Contact Center utaba inkampani letawu benchmark ngayo most probably Southern Africa in terms of maybe nge-personnel yethu nange-service lesitayi provider kumakhasimende whether Eswatini noma nangephandle kwale kangwane.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dube, for your time.
Ubonga thini kakhulu that part.
Well, babukeli, hope kukhona leseningivile when it comes to a national contact center. Mina nje lengakusho uphinze ngini-advise ukuthi just to come to those companies leti sebenza ngayo i-technology, maybe nawe ungaba sethubeni lekwati kabani ukuthi when it comes to i-technology nasikhuluma nje ngabo communication as a whole kwendekani, and maybe you can have an idea that you want to explore.
Asinivusele maswahla mahle sise UNESCO Sports Emporium ngisebenza kakhulu lapha e-Trade Fair manje lo mnyaka kuphela kubuya lo mavuso kuphela ethi mavuso kanti ke sila UNESCO Sports Emporium lapho khona ke sisakada umsebenzi we-Eswatini ICT Fair 2019 lapho khona ke sithi innovate, connect and transform ICT for the youth, and kubonakalisa ukuthi vele ke sikhuluma ngenzabade abantu labasha ngihletike lana mayibongwe mahlalela lo ngumfundi wesikole ke lesiphakeme ke salapha ke e-UTech eBig Ben lo hlabene ke kulobututhelwano we-programming contest lecala ke itolo yaphela ke namuhla sitawuxoxa nje naye sivele ukuthi ngabe vele kwendekeni bekenda in what was the solution that made him to be a winner in the category lebekatha apresenta kiyo, and then obviously just to find out his interest and his vision for growing in the ICT space in the as iminyaka ihamba, and also maybe to try and inspire or to challenge young people to follow in the footsteps that he has already created. Mayibong angubingelele mfo kuphethuba lethu vusele Maswati.
Ngiyabonga. Igama lami ngiyabonga Mahlale njalo sashito. Ngiyanivusela nonke Maswati.
No, siyabonga mayibonga. Awuchazele nje ukuthi ufunza kuphi and maybe ngimaphi ama subjects esikole ndo wendako lahambelana naleli sitoxa ngawo namuhla ku ICT.
Mina ngifundza e-UTech isikole lesikhulu sase Big Ben. Nina matriculation ngifundza computer application technology.
Yeah.
Isifundo naso sema computer kepha cishe sifane nalesisala kangwane kepha tifane.
Yeah.
ICT.
Ngiyabona. Awuchazele nje kafishane ngalesifundo leso because I think isitawenda lokuthi labasilalela kwa bagcina ba understand lokuxoxa mase sikhuluma lokuthi wenda ini kule besikhuluma ngakho.
Inhloso lesifundo ukuthi sinike wonke umfundi lwati lelincane ngecomputer ukuthi wonke umfundi akhona ukusebenzisa icomputer. Kepha nosanyuka bese siyatiya ukuthi basinike ama project nakhona kulama project dinga uqhamukele ne-project yakho leto solve khona inkinga leti khona leti laveni noma leti indzawo lamhlabeni.
Yeah.
Lesifumvo utosebenzisa ku lama application labakufundisa wona eclassini ukuze uqhubele umsebenzi wakho. Ya thina sesicedzile njenganyalo asibas-assessa labasinike wona project.
Yeah. Yathi mnethu mina i-application ngicala kuyibona la cingweni lami la kulo Android la nginayo la isikhathini lesiningi makukhulunywa nge-application vele siyibona ngendlela seyisuke i-final lephelele for use, you know. Nina mabanifundisa ukuthi mabanifundisa kwakha i-application noma ngeke-understand ama-application baye banicale kuphi kuze kufike kulesigaba lapho khona ungayibona seyenda lo msebenzi lo ushowe wekusolve lama problems la khona kumbe kule environment losuke ukuyo. What is an application from the very beginning nje we understand?
Kuqala kuze when application you need to have the problem.
Yeah.
There must be the need for the application. Bese tsina wati lama application kunema applications abakhema applications akusafani ngakadzeni bebasebenzisa command prompt beku interface nje vele ubhale amagama bese kwakhela ekugcineni. Nyalo selama interface lakhona yakhona sekwenda ukuthi kube lula ubone ukuthi imvulo yakhako uhlucheka imposto. Kuqala dzingawati lama languages. Kunama language lahlukene kunabo CSS, HTML, nabo Python, nabo CS, C++.
Yeah. Chazele mina ngifuna kahle ngoba itolo nje babangitshela ukuthi kunema languages bese ngicabanga ukuthi kumbe okune application ongayakha ngeShayina noma kumbe, but now I understand ukuthi this is a language programmer, you know, but I just want you to help us understand just a little bit lokuthi makukhulunywa ngale language makukhulunywa ngani.
Okay, for HTML ngiyo le ibona yakhala ama websites njengoba nani broadcaster nyalo ka YouTube konke lokhu lapho nje kugcwele it's HTML or CSS. Then for applications letincingo kune-app leyisebenzisako Android Studio, use C++. C++ nguye lo dume kakhulu emhlabeni, wonke umuntu usebenzisa yena most. Bese bana Python, mina lengiyatika ngePython, ngafundiswa ngithishela lo mnyaka lophelile. Leyo ke yakwakha ama-applications ama-computer, so ngesikhathi nayo nje isimple.
I like the fact that you are saying it is a very simple application or language to understand, because as you have to be a genius to be able to create an application. When you say it is simple, I want you to take me through the basic steps that you go through when you create an application using Python or Fundiswaya.
First, open application at Delphi. I'm using Delphi 2010 still today. You need to load the application. Bese utsi new form. Uyakufile lapha etule koneni. Then you wakhe form lelisha. Then bese bane menu tool palette, what they call it. Tool palette inalama na all those different kind of button, nama button, nama menu and in. So ungakhona kuyidraga udesign the application before you start coding. Bese banale coding interface. La ufike uchaphathe khona maybe for this specific button uyasho ukuthi na uchaphathe le button leli iyacima le application na uchaphathe le button leli enalokuthi nakuthi. Lapho la ifike bese abantu abaningi ifike ishube khona.
Yeah.
And akusiyo
yeah, well, we can talk on and on about the whole process, including the coding part, but I just want you to share briefly your experience now with the programming contest solutions, that's it, and then you were also part of the participants, and eventually you came out as the first prize winner. What was the problem that you were given, and what was the solution that you provided?
We were given, I think, 4 problems because there were 4 questions.
Yeah.
First problem, it was to create a form. Another one was to create another form and create a label and import the different kinds of data files that you were given. So, ngwendile ukuthi ngicale understand my questions. Keep onke lama keywords lokumcoka nje ukuthi ngiqinisile ngisolve le question. Then I brainstorm and ngicetha brainstorm ngakhanisa into machine abese ngiyaqala I solve for question 1, ngaqedza ngamcheck ukuthi kuyasebenza konke right. Then I solve for question 2 akanjani.
Okay, and what was the context of the problems you were solving? What was the industry or the area? I just want to understand what area you were providing a solution to.
It was based on this university. We had to calculate the balances of students who are owing, and we were given a criteria that we must show only students that owe more than 3,000 and labafunza a certain labafunza BSc in computing sciences. Singaskiphe labo baningi kakhulu labanye bafundza bo lama courses but thina betsingas extract labafundza le computer science nalaba ongedu 3,000. That was the first problem. Then the second problem itsinga wakhe i-label wakhe ma label tags for lama students lakhona. Lama label tags to extract emagama abo, extract isibongo sabo konke nale ifumbo tabo bese uyakwakha. Bese kugcineni ufaka ukuthi le label yakhiwe isikole sakho. So lokho ngikwendile nawo ngaqedza. Then the last question, most people would think it's a high level question, but mostly because abadula ngasekugcineni ma questions. So lapho ke tsinga wakhe form leto faka le data la kule database yakho leto record la kule table. So when lokho kutsinga kwenda ukuthi design le form then wakhe ma button la to khona ku edit le data wakhe ma button la to khona kushintsha between the forms. Now khafata ukuthi khona ukuvela kule phindze khona ukuvela kule licala.
Yeah, and particularly kule solution or the problem lobo isolve lapho khona bekudzinga ukuthi extract i-data leto khona kukhipha abafundi labakweleta this amount of money labe kule category le in terms of the faculty or the subjects that they are doing, you know. How long did it take you to do that?
10 minutes.
Like 10 minutes?
We were given in 2 hours, and we finished in 1 hour 10 minutes.
1 hour 10 minutes.
Yes.
All of these problems, all together. Wow. Where do you see yourself in after high school? You know, after tertiary. You know, it seems to me you've already ventured into the space of growing or developing applications of your own. Where do you see yourself in the 5, maybe 10 years?
I'm thinking of pursuing my dreams. I want to be a cyber security person.
Yeah.
So last year, my introducer equals a Royal Switzerland Technology Park, Advanced School of IT. So Nico's and and I'm hoping if I do well, my result time to a scholarship, save my mom money.
Oh, I see.
So I want to be the best in cyber networking. I want to fight crime in the cyber network. So maybe I surrender my bank, surrender my institutions, like my name, look at it that.
Yeah, boy. Of course. Are you saying this because you've realized between the loopholes or some gaps that are available, which you have some ideas in mind, which you know I can do A, B, C, D to help protect this data?
In Tabangutinanga, when the IT need to strategize. Now I call them loopholes, pins at the same time. So when they if now for no working it's create the problem to solve it at the same time.
My Boma, thank you so much for your time and all the best going forward.
Thank you.
All right. My Boma Mashladadona, a very, very smart young man, and I do hope that he's going to succeed in his career. Good school at Royal Science and Technology Park, but it's Advanced School of IT, which my Boma has aspirations to enroll in. Matriculation scholarship. It is such young people that we are trying to expose and to encourage to actually keeping on Gule area Yaga IT, and we do have many of such young people, and we just want to wish them all the best wherever they are, and we just hope that such programs can actually try and strengthen the interest and the passion of young people Gule area Yaga IT, as you have heard for yourself. My Bongwe saying and articulating what he did in 1 hour 10 minutes Gule programming contest, which he came out as the first prize winner category. We shall take a quick break and must boy again Shela kulesinye ke sikolo lesemaphandleni ke nanaso lesiparticipate kule competition lesibonakala ke senda kangcono, and we just want to try and motivate other schools in rural areas to try not to shun such events or participation in events of this nature. We are going to take a quick break and be back in a short while.
Get the brains going immediately. Sorry, my dear, it's not letter E.
Let's get on with the show. That was a really good fight. Hey, how do you feel?
This weekend, Eswatini is back with a different tune and a different vibe. We bring you the hottest music videos, and you can catch up on live in-studio interviews with your favorite celebrities. We've also got highlights of previous high-end events in and around Eswatini. Join us live on social media and call in to send your shout-outs. Catch This Weekend Eswatini every Friday at 5:30 p.m. live on Eswatini TV.
Buhle bethu imvelo yethu, buhle bethu tindzawo tethu, indalo yashada nemasiko kuhle kwethu, kuvakasha kwethula umthwalo emahlombe ethu, hloma ngwane vuka uvakashe, indlela uyikhombe etindzaweni tethu, temvelo nembukiso ungcebeleke uthathe netithombe. lalela ke nangu sonkondlo waseswatini akutekela ayibeka indzaba ayihlela kuhle kwelijaha lishela ngiyakutshela diningi tindzawo longativakashela hloma ngwane vuka uvakashela phana lapha kuvakasha kuyayelapha enhlitiyo kanye nemqondo kuyawuphumuda kuqinisa buhlobo nebungane losobundenga with a trip to Mantenga Falls or a sip among friends of Sibebe brew on Sibebe Mountain, or perhaps your cup of tea is backpacking and horse riding, sightseeing the seamless streams and springs that stream across the gorgeous valleys of the mountainous kingdoms of Eswatini. We have you covered. Hloma ngwane vuka uvakashe buhle bethu yimvelo yethu buhle bethu ngabuthola nasebantwini bethu.
Still correctly tuned on Eswatini TV, of course, or to Eswatini TV, and we are still out here in Waluseni, in Matapa, of course, at the ICT Fair, where it is the second and last day. If you didn't come, you missed out, but of course, if you're watching this, you didn't miss out on too much. Lots of things happening here, besides the exhibitions of different things and different companies. There's also, of course, some competition for the youth, especially the youth with the bright minds that will, I believe, mold and change the future for the country. I have high hopes for them. We just spoke to my Bongwe before the break, and he was telling us about how he scooped the first position, of course, in his category in the programming contest. Right now, I want to talk to a teacher who is coming all the way from Masibegela High School, and he is coming through with a story to tell about how Masibegela High School is participating for the first time, and just get a feel of what it's like teaching these kids to come here, because his students were able to bag the first and the second position in today's competition. I hope I get the name right. He'll fix me if I get it wrong. Please help me welcome Yuta Kobayashi. I got it right?
Yes.
How are you, teacher?
Yeah, good teaching.
How are you?
It's good, thank you.
You're good?
Yes.
Tell me, first of all, how you would describe Masibegela High School.
Masibegela High School, new schools, and 7 years or 8 years. And founded by Japan, and I'm also Japanese.
Okay.
And just I'm come here for teach.
Okay. And you've been teaching there for how long?
For 2 years.
For 2 years. You guys joined the competition this year. Why did you decide as a school to come and join?
Actually, the last time, a few months ago, also I take one student to other ICT fair, and if we join the ICT fair, the student will really focus on that and study hard. So it's very good goal for us, I think. So I wanted to come with the student, with student, yes.
Okay. How are you finding this year's ICT fair right here in Waluseni?
So yes, the last ICT fair, I see the brochure, and yes, I also know by the website. I checked, and yes.
Okay. Take me through how it's like, because for someone as my age, it looks like it's difficult to learn some of these things. You are a teacher. What is it like? Is it difficult to teach the students, or is it easier for the younger guys?
To teach to students is a little bit difficult, because most students have never used PC or ICT. They don't know. So it's very difficult. But start from small step, and they getting interested in about how to use computer and what can we do. So if someone get interested in the PC or something like that, it's getting easy for me also.
When you look at your country of origin, Japan, and you look at Eswatini, what do you think needs to happen in the ICT sector for us now to get to a point where we are developing as much as Japan, especially with the youth?
Yes, actually in Japan, we don't have ICT class in the school. So maybe the Swaziland is better than Japan. But in Japan, maybe they have chance to use computer. So now maybe the school, all students can touch the computer, So also if the teacher can teach well, maybe they will get better.
And what are your hopes? What do you want as you see your students participate in such competitions?
Yes.
What do you want for the future, not just your students, but for the youth in Eswatini?
So at first, I want them to use computer because computer is very basic skill for the work, not only for ICT.
True.
Maybe teacher also have to use, and doctor and any other, all of them maybe.
Yeah.
So at first, I want them to get used to use computer. Don't refuse that. I hope they like a computer, it's better, but if they don't try computer, but they have to use, so just get used to use computer. This is my one of the dream.
Where do you think, when you look at the future, do you think it's important for everyone, not just students, for everyone to be in a place where they know how to use a computer?
Yes,
Why?
everyone. Because if we can use, we say ICT, it means not only computer,
Yes.
computer and smartphone also. And if they have like these devices, easy to get information. So it is very important for them. Maybe they can get information and they can do something, another things. So yeah, using smartphone, computer, like ICT devices, it's good for all of them.
When you're watching your students today competing with other schools, take me through how you felt watching them, and are you happy with their performance?
Actually, I didn't see the detail because just they focus on the PC and just I'm observing. So I didn't know the detail, but just they tried and just show their performance that they learn. So I'm happy about that.
Okay, so you're proud of them.
Yes.
Where to from here for the students, because this is something you can grow on. You can say, guys, you're number one, you're number two. Where to from here for the students?
Where to here?
Where to from here? Where now do you want to take their knowledge for ICT, your students, as they continue now with competitions like this?
So actually, in this term, we don't have much time to prepare.
Okay.
So especially our category, secondary, is they didn't run about access. We did access, but in the school we didn't run. But they try after school or early in the morning. So if they are interested about this one, maybe I hope they continue to study about that.
Is that what you want? Do you want your students to continue to study ICT after high school?
After high school, one of my class, I did other activities. I heard about their dream. So they said their dream is, one of them is not for ICT, but he want to research something. He want to be maybe researcher or something. In that case, they must need ICT. So yeah, if they have knowledge of ICT, they can use for other dream. So yeah, I want them to study, continue.
Okay. No, thank you so much, Mr. Kobayashi, and all the best with the future. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah,
you must be proud of them.
Yes.
Yeah. It's of course Yuda Kobayashi, all the way from Masipagala High School. They were able to bag position 1 and position 2 in their category. We're going to take a quick clip here. We're looking at LED lighting. Then we'll be back to continue with the broadcast.
This is the second day of the ICT Fair 2019. Where I am right now, I'm at the Taiwan stand where they are exhibiting smart lighting system. With me, I am having Mr. Alan Cheng, who is going to tell us more about this project. Mr. Cheng, how are you?
Yeah, very good.
I'm good, sir. So, can you tell us what is smart lighting and how does it work?
Okay. First of all, I'll be very happy to join this ICT fair because this is should be my third time here. because we have an embassy here. We have a local. We have a diplomatic relationship with your countries. So our embassy ambassador encourages us to bring this technology to here because we know that the energy saving is very important right now, right? So our organizations, we develop some kind of technology in this field. So you can say that the energy saving we will focus on the indoor and also the outdoor lighting. Yeah. For example, we have a cooperation with the South University of Technology in Eswatini in South Africa. We help them to replace the street light in order to save 60% more. And then we collect all the power consumption data into our platform, and we could help them to do the dimming of the street light or scheduling of the street light in order to save more.
So, Mr. Cheng, how is this form of lighting different from other forms of lighting, the lightings that we know? How is this one different?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Because the traditional lights consumes a lot of electricity, also generate a lot of heat. So that be relative to the global warming too. So with the replacement of the LED light, no matter it's a street light or the indoor light, outdoor light, everything, they could save up to 60%. And with our system to do the dimming or scheduling, we could save 20% more.
Okay.
Yes.
Does it have any saving benefits?
Yeah. Talking about the ROI, return of the investment, the saving could be, the return could be 1 or 2 years. So that's a very efficiently investment, I would say that.
Okay. Mr. Cheng, I'd love to know, because it seems like this is an advanced form of lighting. Is it affordable or?
I think it's affordable. Yeah, because the technology of the LED now is getting more and more mature. So, for example, in Taiwan, in our countries, almost all the lights has been replaced to the LED lights. So it's a mature product, so the price is not very high. So that's why I say the ROI could be 1 or 2 years.
If I buy it today, Mr. Chang, how long is it going to last me? Like if I buy it maybe this year, how the guarantee? Well, I'd love to know the guarantee of this form of lighting.
Another features of the LED, because it lasts 2 or 3 times longer than the traditional light. So you can save a lot of money and time for the replacement. That's another features of the LED. Yeah.
Okay, in terms of installing it, how do you install it? Is it easy or it's difficult?
It's very easy because the technology is quite mature, like I just mentioned. So, for example, you see our tube like this one. You could just buy it and replace it in your home by yourself. So it's not a problem about the installation. Yeah.
So here in Eswatini, where can I get this form of light?
Yeah, because we are just here for joining the ICT Fair. We are quite new here, so we are looking for with the join of this ICT Fair. We try to look for some local partners, and then probably we'll have the products here very soon. Just wait and see.
Thank you so much.
sense ukuthi sifuna ke kuba live lapho khona ke silinganiswa nemavela athuthukile ke emhlabeni i-first world, and part of the dynamics of a first world country is the way we understand all these platforms and issues around ICT, and then we are also excited to be having young people in the country who are demonstrating the ability and the appetite to be actually growing in this space. Including Napumlan Langamandla ufunza la Egalozita High School, who also came out as one of the winners with the programming contest. Lapho khona ke sibona ke abantu abasha bathula ke ama solutions to problems that they were given, and which demonstrate their skills and their ability to actually grow into the space. Phumlani angubingelele mina thungu phethu bale kuvusela eMaswati.
Siyabonga isikhathi sakho lo mphezona.
Yeah, usifukile mina ethu njani?
Siphilile.
Mnethu ni ben programmer lapho ngifuna nje umchazele kafishane lokuthi ufike njani la ke programming contest, because I understand iqala somewhere back in July lapho khona kuba ne ICT Fair yeTikola, where then if you are able to bring up something impressive, then you can also be part of the bigger ICT, which is this one. Tell me, what did you do in July lokwakwenda ukuthi kumbe uze ube ingcenye lomsebenzi lesikiwe namuhla?
Oh, thank you so much. July besijoyinile isikolo yona la ICT Fair.
Yeah.
So July sakhona kuwina sibe number 1. So
number 1.
Yes, number 1.
Lozi is high school abang number 1.
Yes.
Out of how many schools?
It was 30 something. So
yeah, but nabang number 1.
Yes.
Okay. Awusichazela ngale projects noma lebenikwenda ngale ICT Fair ngalo July.
Ngalo July bota nayo le system so yakhiye. So thina sakha i-library system.
Okay.
Ubolekwa kwezincwadi nekubhadala kwama-penalties ayo. So nasiyakha le system sakuba i-problem lebeyikhona esikoleni.
La nifunza khona?
Yes.
Okay.
Sasizama
What was the nature of the problem? Kube nje ungasichazela, because ngeke ngaxoxa nemfundo wase-UTech la mayibonga wathi I think in order for you to develop a system or an application, there must be the problem. So I want to understand the problem that you had le yakhona kunenda ukuthi develop le system lokhuluma ngayo yase library. What was the problem in the library?
Kwakumle issue yebolekwa incwadi ukuthi ukhanza ukuthi le ncwadi uyibolekile umfundi besebenzisa emakhadi. Uthi funa ubhalise ngalikhadi, so ukhanza ukuthi lo mfundi le khadi utawuphinze utayiboleka le ncwadi abuye ebe le khadi. So with the system, if seku computerize sekulapha ku database, there is no way to steal le information leselapha ku database, because seku kude lo mnyelone access ngaphandle kwalo librarian so akhona kule information, so there is no way to steal the card.
Yeah. Iyasebenza in the system leyo nyalo esikolweni?
Isesengasebenza, but sitestile, so sisetawuchubeka sicele kwa-admin ukuthi sivumele ukuthi siyifake. Yes.
Okay. And mawucabanga ngizama lokubuka le magnitude noma yalo msebenzi lokuthi seniyaphumelela ngaJuly, you know, what did you demonstrate ngale system ukuthi lokhu kutawusolva ngeva ukuthi bekwebiwa lamakhadi nalokwa nalokwa, but what really made you to become the eventual winners out of about 30 schools?
I think ngoba ukuthi sibe nekutingisela with the guy lebengaye, because besingithola ngoba ukuthi sitimisele, so sibute nakuthishela ukuthi sesinayo le problem lena, then how do we go about solving it out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ngiyabona. And asasibuyele khona le kusukela nje esikolweni, because I think le mvo lena akusinje info lovuka nemngani wakho njengoba ni usho ukuthi khona lebe niyenda naye. Niqale phi lokudevelopa i-passion noma i-interest yema computers, let alone IT and programming?
Oh, mina kudevelopa le interest kahle kahle ngaqala nangento form 1. So ngabona bhuti wami ane computer, so ngambuta ukuthi isebenza kanjani, bese university isebenza kanjani, so ngafuna kulandzelela nekwadi ukuthi ngabe ngingenda njani ukuze ngisolve ama issues la khona using the computer.
Yeah.
So nangimbuta yena wangibriefa ukuthi no lokhu ungakwenta kanje, lokhu ungakwenta kanje, so I developed the passion. Ngithi nangibona i-problem ngifuna kuyisolve using the technical skills I have.
Yeah. Angibekisele nje for instance mawuseka form 1 ukuthi ngitiphi letinye talent ngoba bethi fascinator because ngibuta nombuto ngesimabomo ngalo ukuthi esikhathini lesinyenti bantwana babona i-computer babona le keyboard you know babona na le desktop then bacabanga nje ukuthi okay into lendawo yenda la ngilokutype you know I can write a letter you know and isikhathi lesiningi kumbe vele kugcina lapho you know but wena uthi kuwe bekwenza kunokuthi manje ungasebenzisa lo mshini nje for ukubhala naletinye izinto you know what are some of the interests or some of the issues that you thought you could solve ngekusebenzisa i-computer?
Ngathi nangibuka the way now ufika ku electronic point of sale store, the way laba scanner ngayo lama products akho, then bese soyabhadala nangiyibuka lento ngathi kuda ukuthi lento lena nangabe into yomuntu then meaning nami kukhona lengakwenda maybe even developing lokulasaka kwentike
improve.
Yes, improve.
Ngiyabona. And ukhuluma ngalo ukuthi kubo form 1 form 2 bonayo lento ukuthi kumbe wasuyaqala uyalandzelela you know ngumaphi avenues or accesses in the computer la available apart from Microsoft Word this and that you know la ngakhona kusheshe ende umuntu lomusha a develop understanding ukuthi computer is not just an instrument for typing and for writing and other smaller things that we use. While significant, yes, but I think in the area of programming and IT, you know, what other avenues and explorations that a young person can go into and start understanding the powers or the progress of a computer?
It's all about knowing umuntu longakusida because uyabanayo le problem uthi ufuna kuyisolve then ucabanga ukuthi utayisolve with your own way but bese soyashayisa now shayisa have somebody lotawukhona kuyobuta kuye or know the sources, the right sources lo ngawasebenzisa ku internet. Recently nje at school bengingu designer we magazine yethu esikoleni so la kule magazine bengisebenzisa Adobe InDesign. Lo Adobe InDesign kuze ukuthi ngikhone ukusebenzisa kwabita ukuthi ngiqale ngiseshe kuqala le app lengayisebenzisa for le magazine ngathi nangiyithola sen Adobe InDesign ngadownload so ngase sengiyaqala ke ngiyawusebenzisa ngidownload ama tutorials khona le internet akhona ukusebenzisa and now it's fine so sisaqhubeka sacela admin ukuthi imali isipublish
ngalama official nje uthi umuntu lomusha akabe nale appetite yokufuna lokwadi alandzelele mawungathi ubude and mangabe ane internet ayisebenzise lokusearcha ukuthi lokhu ngakusebenzisa kanjani angitshele nje just briefly sesiqoqoda ukuthi kule programming contest you became one of the winners you know what was the nature of the problem you solved and what was the solution that you came out for the problem that you were given?
Kule problem lebesizama kuyisolve sizama kususa i-paperwork office so bekuyindlela yoku-admit ama-students ukuthi nawo admit ama-students ifuna ukuthi kube nendlela yokuwa-recorda phasi so si-remove le paperwork and nema-fees abo ukuthi batawubhadala kanganani so I think that is all so nasesiyisolva thina sesiyisolva le problem sizame ukuthi kube nama-forms la-3 nasakha le database kuba nama-forms la-3 ubuka ukuthi uthathe ama-details ale student uthathe ama-details ama-finances ukuthi sidawudinga ukuthi abhadale kangaka sidinga ukuthi yena ungubani so sase siyawalinka so kwase kuphuma i-table so ngale table sesiyakhona ukulinka yonke le information kanye kuphume one thing at a time lo save us cards and nala paperwork remove.
The programming contest lena is also meant to just try and grow you know and help you gain momentum lo sovela ukufunzile you know angathi ukuthi mawuceda esikolweni udatibona wenda because nendeka lokhu kwenda ngalokuthi esikoleni ku-compulsory kwenta i-computer maybe nalamanye ama-subjects lahambelana nalokho maybe masawuphuma uhambe went i-BCom and I'm not saying you shouldn't you know but I just want to find out if you will pursue a career in ICT after high school.
Lengufisile buka IT ngifisile ukuchubeka na IT ngente ngibe analyst so then ngikuthandayo kakhulu it's seeing the problem in society ngifuna kuyisolve ngilethe ema solutions kuyo with my IT or the technical skills I have.
Yeah. Shothi nje umuntu akagada in the next 4-5 years ma graduate akuthuta uthola tiqu lethambelana nebo ICT
na kanjalo.
Dlangamandla siyabonga sikufisela ke lokuhle usaqhubeka mnethu.
Siyabonga.
Ngodlangamandla ke lo ukhuluma ke nizabade ukuthi wendeni ufisa kwendani ke ihlangothini ke la ka ICT bakhaliphile labantu abasha amaswahla amahle and one can only hope and pray that we will support them and then also give them the resources with which to thrive kule area ICT. When we take a quick break, we are also going to look at an application that was created by young people which is called I Eat. It is a food application which was created just to provide some kind of ease and efficiency around finding a restaurant, ordering the type of food and having it delivered at the comfort of your home. And let's look at what this application is all about.
We are STK Wizards. We are here to provide a solution, a future solution to banking, which is titled Intelligence Banking. As part, my name is Said Faremi, and here is Tamia and Kwanele. As part of the regulation we were given yesterday, we are told to bring up a mathematical model for this. As we all know that mathematics is the only thing that saves the truth, no matter the situation, no matter the occurrence. We are here to provide, to tell you about a semi-linear equation that gives the banks opportunity to analyze their products, their platform, their system, whether it will be able to perform the function they want. Here, from the perspective of our own modeling, we are taking from the user authentication. We declare the parameter which is represented by T, true T, and F, which is false. We did up a mathematical model that will enable the users to see in depth whether this occurrence, this parameter they are using, like user authentication, really affects the customer. Because if you study human being a lot, human being, they are not static in nature, they changes. And for us to be able to solve their problem, we have to understand human being based on the parameters we're able to see. So we are able to formulate a mathematical model that will be able to predict and solve. The unprincipled factors serve as other constraints that may add, but we generalize them to be zero if you study the equation. Please, next slide. And we took another process, transaction verification. We took it from 4 different approaches. The first parameter is true positive. In a situation which the banking system actually performed a transaction that is true. The user performed a transaction that is true. And the banking system recorded it to be positive as well. And the other one is false negative. Their transaction was actually false. The person didn't perform any transaction. And the system recorded it to be false as well. The third one is true negative. The transaction was actually true, but the platform of the system actually put it to be false. And the third and fourth analysis was false positive, in which the banking platform actually counted the system to be positive, in which the user didn't make any input. But with this principle and modeling, it enables the banking system to meet up with the future regulation. In what perspective? We are in a technological world, in which every consumer is like the approaches they see. Imagine someone having a banking application or 5 banking applications with different functionality. It doesn't make sense. Why will you be taking 5 applications? Why can't we have a generalized approach of solving this problem within the banking sector? What if you're able to integrate the banking system that it enables the banking system to automate on its own, even for the future approaches of what is coming in form of industrial revolution? It's enabled them to see much approach on this. And we will talk about that later. Next slide. And this is the final validation. And this we are coming up with the final model of DCP. Next slide.
And then we use pseudocode to actually show the alignment of the steps that the user has to take when using the system. And the first step is the login, which the user actually uses biometric details, by which you use fingerprint scanning, so that he could actually get into the system. And the system will actually do the location using geolocation, which the IP address matches the location of its geolocation got. And then the second one, to make the process to have multiple options, we use the old model. If the biometric doesn't work, you use the old model where you actually use a username and password. And then if it was successful, the output will be successful login. And then the second one is the startup guide, which actually will show all the options which the user will have whilst using the system. And the system will also be able to predict the next step the user is going to take using the previous data it was collecting, the previous transactions that the user is actually making. And then the next one is customer classification, whereby the system will classify the customer according to the transaction it makes, as to whether it's a small scale or medium scale or large scale. Next slide. And then there's transaction verification, where the system will verify if the transaction was true or false. And the other one is transaction validation, which my friend here explained a bit more about, where if it's true positive, then the transaction was successful. That's the feedback. If it's true negative, it means it will show to the bank and the user that actually the user did the transaction, but the bank didn't get the feedback on that transaction. If it's false negative, it means the transaction didn't happen at all. And then if it's false positive, it means the bank actually did the transaction, but the user didn't get it. And then we have the self-service, which includes chat box, telephone, and social media report.
Next slide. As part of our prototype, what we are actually doing is that we are integrating the already made platform by the banks. So we only did a prototype of what the user will be able to see. We only did much about the back end, not actually the front end. Because if the back end is good enough, it should enable the banks to mobilize, like in time of the nearest future. The banking system will be able to integrate within any future capability, whatsoever it may be. We introduced the first one, which are supposed to be the biometric systems. Instead of users and make use of username and password, we create a system in which there will be a biometric login by making use of AI, and an alternative mode in which we are actually bringing up our modeling based on parallel modeling, in which the old system and the new system work together as one, bringing a new face into the banking system technology phase. The second one happens to be the review. Like for new users making use of your banking system, banking apps, they don't have knowledge about how the banking system apps look like. There's a short store that teaches them, do this. The next one, please. This one is the review wizard. Like there are some functionalities in which, from the programmer perspective, it seems every other user must be able to understand, but which happens not to be so. Some people are, where is the app button? Where is this? Where is this? When we're able to have a review system that shows them, wow, go to this side, you will see this there. Go to this side, you will see this there. And with this review system, there are many transactions, like the past 5 transactions someone has been doing, has been buying airtime. Why can't you have a prediction system? So the moment the person goes into the app, it's bringing us suggestion on what the person is liable to do based on his past details. And the next one happens to be the customer classification panel that we said in the first approaches. We're able to group this customer into 3 scales, in which happens to be the personal account, which happens to be the small scale, the middle scale, and the large scale. And we have the wizard customer complaint service. We're able to build a chat. Part of the model was a chat box, a telephone system. Yeah. As I said, the prototype of what you are doing is not front end. It's not that much front end. It's back end, because we are integrating the already made system that's on ground.
Okay, let's have 2 questions from the judges. Make sure you keep track of the questions so that you answer them at once. Question 1.
I'm sure by now you already have
It's dead.
Said you'll be doing a lot of predictive here. I would want to probably know a number of algorithms, or one algorithm that you feel will make this possible.
think?
You guys can hear me? Oh, the speakers are off. Okay. You guys have gone all mathematical on us. Okay. You guys have gone all mathematical on us, and you've confused me, even the maths guy. You know. But my problem is that I see what you did, and we like it. We like the equations and whatnot. But can you just show me how you are solving the solution, the actual problem that I have, the frustration of the customer? You understand that? Like, did you get the problem right? There is a customer, I even made an example, that there is a customer who has a student account but now is working. How do I sort that out? I see beautiful equations here, dtx, dm over dx, and it's nice and whatnot, but show me, is it the rate of change of people from student account to smart gold, from what to what? But seemingly you guys, you just like went crazy and took equations of the scientists that you liked. So I just want to understand, like, how does this translate? That's why I came back to this slide. Like, how does this translate? Make an example for me, maybe, so that I can understand. Sure.
Okay, sir. We would have really liked to expatiate more on this even before the question was asked. It's due to the time factors. The first thing is that there has been many models you can use. The first approach we are making use of is reinforcement approach, in which states the problem from two perspectives, the static and dynamic perspective. We are creating a system in which we first train the system to understand based on the data constraint, and the system will be able to learn on its own.
I saw Naboge Leba negative Emma problem statement, but I propose the solutions that they have. With me, I'm with ESTK, Wizards, Nabo Laba Negate, E problem statement, but I again a solution, Leba Kabanguti, in a sort out that problem. Ninja. I'm good. So, can you please tell me what was the problem statement that you were given?
Okay. The problem is about customer frustration using the banking platforms.
So what is the solution that you proposed?
We came up with something called intelligent banking by use of artificial intelligence along with other 4IR technologies to limit these frustrations as well as any technical glitches.
So why do you think this solution of yours is going to be useful to the nation as a whole?
Okay, it's more, it links to the benefits of the intelligent banking, just that it's parallel, right? Meaning that it can actually work, it can work in many different financial platforms. It can also, can you please say the other one?
Okay, by using the internet banking we make mention, it creates a platform in which banking systems that have already been in existence can integrate under industrial revolution technologies into their banking system without a need for them to be using on other platforms. This enables banks to be able to make predictions regarding their customers' transactions, which will help them. And we're able to tackle the problem from the transaction to the startup and even to the customer services.
So, intelligence banking, but how can I Google access it, or it is for those clients that spend this other banks?
Well, actually, but how can I access it? Because like some integrated the already existing system, which means the intelligence banking will be added on top of the already existing application software of the financial banks, by which utawusebenzisa i-biometric scanner lokufana hand scanner, fingerprint scanner lotayisebenzisa ukuze ulogge in. But since kunebantu laba bangarely kuloko kakhulu, or mhlambe for glitches njengoba ushito in the first place, for glitches we have another plan B whereby you use the actual or the old model of having a username and the password.
So let's khona lapha kumathapha ekwaluseni. Of course, this is the ICT Fair, the second and the last day. We've been speaking to some competition winners from the programming sector of the competitions here at the ICT Fair, but there was also an innovation concert competition that was going on during the last two days. Angmadlo concert, so we happy. But it's a concert because now it's time for celebrations, it's time for a prize giving, and we're going to cross over to the hall where all of this is happening. So let's show you guys.
Where will you be when you make the millionth step? But you will certainly not be where you were when you started. So that's exactly what we are trying to do with this ICT Fair. We want to raise ICT awareness. We want to prepare the kingdom for the fourth industrial revolution, which is already here with us. And we always say we want to be like Singapore. If you go to Singapore and Taiwan and these other countries, in Africa we now have a champion, Rwanda and Mauritius. These countries are ahead because they started like this. And I was talking to my friend Alan. I said to him, Alan, at some point, someday, we will mimic what you do in June in Taiwan, which is the CompX. It's one of the biggest fairs in the world. But he told me that they started like this. But the emphasis is on the youth. The youth must take lead. The youth must take lead. Why? Because if this country was an estate that needs to be willed to someone, it was going to be willed to the youth. The youth would be heirs and heiresses in that will, because the future belongs to them. Mineje, in 20 years' time, 30 years' time, I will not be here. He would write me a letter reminding me that, Babi, on the 22nd of May of that year, whichever year it will be, you are turning 65 and they will ask me to leave this place. So I'm trying to say the important demographic nyalo, as far as ICT is concerned, is the young people, which is why yesterday we had the career fair, the students. Let us go to the prices. Mage, Acting Minister, I'm going to ask you to stand ngala Mage, so that we start this. We'll try to make this as short as possible. We will start with our exhibitors. We just want to thank the exhibitors for making it. I'm going to ask Mage, Acting Minister, to shake hands with those partners of ours. I'm also going to ask our dean on the other side now, it's Corner, and shake hands so that they get not just a certificate, but a couple of handshakes, Mage Minister. So I'm going to read the exhibitor, and then I'm going to ask the rep, the one representing that exhibitor, to come and collect his or her certificate. The first one is a First National Bank. We know what to do. Once I call the name, we know what to do. We have to clap hands. That is First National Bank. And then we have, they have to take your picture. Then, this is a photo opportunity, don't run away. Then we have rocket printers. We have rocket printers. Don't run away. It's you have to take a picture with the Honorable Minister. I can see the smile on your face, Zuzu. And then Touch IT. Touch IT. Touch IT is an example of what we are talking about. It was started by someone who was a class behind me. He's taking his time. Take your time. Thank you. And then we have Eswatini Mobile. Eswatini Mobile. Okay, I'm going to hang it in my office. It's fine. And then we have Slate Cube. I saw Zwane. Where is Zwane? Slate Cube. So Chris is coming to take the certificate. I would encourage all the young people who have just completed their degrees to talk to Slade Cube after this meeting. Take your time, Chris. And then we have my friend Triple I. Triple I is from Taiwan. They have a cutting-edge technology that they were exhibiting. And we, as a university, and then we have EPIS. EPIS. EPIS, I'm going to ask Loandle to come and take it. These are your kids. Please stand on the other side. So EPIS is getting a certificate, and they also get handshakes from Maga Minister. And then we have Eswatini TV. We have Eswatini TV. We have Eswatini TV. They've been here since yesterday, since Friday. And then we have EMRC. EMRC, they've been supporting us. They were here last year. It's the guys who are doing the ropes outside. Namija, after this, I have to take a 10. Now that the event is over, because if I happen to break my back, I can then go home. And then KPMG. This is a former student. I taught her in 3rd year and in 4th year. So that tells you how long I've been here. And then we have Real Image. And then we have EPTC. EPTC. Okay. I'll keep it. And then we have ESCCOM. ESCCOM. Yeah, please take your time. Okay, now we will go to the sponsors. The sponsors, I'm going to start with the ones that our main sponsor. I want to say just this about FNB. Would say they've done a great job. This is not to say others have not done anything, but our main sponsor, our biggest partner in terms of sponsorship, it was FNB. And I want to thank them very much for that, because they not only supported us by coming here to exhibit, they've also given us over 100,000 emalangeni for this event. This jacket, the jackets that we are wearing, the t-shirts that we are wearing, the prices that we are going to give to the programming, to the people who participated in the programming contest, the prizes that will be given to those who participated in the innovation contest, it all comes from FNB. The branding that you see from the gate from Mahala, it comes from FNB. So you can see how important they are to us. So I want to give this certificate of appreciation to FNB. Ashine kakhulu bekunene. Please take as much time as you need. And then we have United Holdings. United Holdings has given us a lot in terms of sponsorship. They've given us a lot of gifts, which we are also going to distribute to our high school learners. United Holdings. Is there anyone representing United Holdings? And then we have Dupes Holdings. They are also our sponsor. They've also given us a number of t-shirts. The t-shirts that our students are wearing, they come from Dupes Holdings. So I'm going to keep all these certificates in my office. And then we have Eswatini Revenue Authority. They gave us t-shirts, they gave us cups, they gave us mouse pads, stress balls. They gave us a lot of items. Eswatini Revenue Authority. Anyone representing them? And then we have our friends from ESCCOM. The food that the students ate yesterday, it came from ESCCOM. So we want to thank them for that. Ashine Lakul, the sponsorship that they gave was 20,000 emalangeni. So I just want people to know that. And then we also have Mondelez. Mondelez, there are a lot of sweets. There are sweets everywhere today. I don't know if you've noticed the sweets that you had today. You will get them after this. The sweets, they come from Mondelez. So Mondelez has been supporting us since 2017. Mondelez. Where is Dr. Fashoto? Dr. Fashoto, please take the certificate. Is he here? Okay, that's fine. And then we have MTN. MTN has given us a lot of t-shirts, so we want to thank them for that. If there is anyone representing MTN, especially in Tanzania. And then we have Macmillan. But you can see this pattern. We'll see what the acting minister said, which is that give and it shall be given to you. These companies, these partners, they gave, even though they couldn't make it here, but they still gave, which is a spirit that we are encouraging in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Because just give, even if you won't make it. Do give something, because this is a national initiative. And then the other one is one of our sponsors. They gave us shopper bags. They gave us a lot of pens. It's Macmillan. Anyone representing Macmillan? And then the last one, my sponsors, it's Eswatini Building Society. Eswatini Building Society. They also gave us a lot of t-shirts. So you can see, all the sponsors, more than half of our sponsors, even though they could not make it, but they did give us something which we are going to distribute today. Now I'm going to go to the programming contest. The programming contest, I'll start with the high school. I'm going to read 5 names. 2 of those names are going to get consolation prizes. I'm going to start from the bottom. And then number 5 and number 4, they will get consolation prizes. But the rest of the group, I'm going to read them here now at the end before I sit down, because the big prize, I'm not going to do it. It's going to be done by FNB. So I'm going to read for the high schools the consolation prizes. We have number 5, Pumlani Mgometulu from Masibegela High. Pumlani Mgometulu from Masibegela High. So I just want to say this. All the prizes, the big prizes that you will see these students getting, they come from FNB. And it's not just gifts that they will use for fun. We are giving them laptops, FNP is giving them laptops, FNP is giving them tablets. Why? Because we want them to continue doing what they were doing in the lab in the 2 days they were here. And then number 4, it's Frederick Mhlanga from Lozita National High. Frederick Mhlanga. I was going to be disappointed in Mhlanga if you're not here, because they've given you a big round of applause. So the t-shirt that Mhlanga is wearing, it comes from Building Society. And then we go to number 3. Number 3 is number 3 and number 2 are going to get tablets. These are brand new tablets, courtesy of FNP. It's Oluwethu Dlamini from Togolago High. Let's give him a big round of applause, man. Take your time, Dlamini. Take your time. You smile, Dlamini. I mean, you are between a professor and on the other side there is the acting minister. I mean, it cannot get any better. Okay, I mean, at least you smile. So when you come here, please smile. If you don't smile, we won't give you the prize until you smile. Then number 2, he gets a tablet. It's Pumlan Langamandla from Lozita National High. So Langamandla, can we see a smile? So if I were to count the things he's getting, I mean, he's getting a trophy, he's getting a tablet, he's getting a bag, he's getting handshakes. There are so many things he's getting. So thank you, Langamandla. And then number one is going to get a laptop. Is going to get a laptop bag. I don't have this laptop bag. In fact, when I saw it yesterday, I was like, why didn't I get into this contest? There is a laptop bag, there is a laptop, there is a trophy, there is a handshake from my professor, there is a handshake from the acting minister, there is a certificate, there is a photo op. There are about 9 things. So that one goes to Maibonga Mahlalela from UTech. Mahlalela, please smile. Yeah, Bugarena, Ngana Kazi. And smile, Mahlalela. I look cool, Mahlalela. Okay. Congratulations. He's still in shock. And then we go to the lower highs, what do they call it? I finished almost 20 years ago now. They call it secondary, thank you. From 1 to Form 3. Then those ones are going to, there are 3 names that we have. Number 3 and number 2, they're going to get tablets, courtesy of FNP. These things come from FNP. And then number one is going to get a laptop. He's going to get this laptop bag. Malaza and I, we do not have these bags. He's going to get a trophy and a certificate. So I'm going to start from number 3 before I get carried away. Number 3 is from Togolago High, and that is Lwandile Dlamini. Lwandile Dlamini is going to get a tablet, a gift bag, and a certificate. Smile, Lwandile. So while he's standing here, you can see what we are trying to do. What we are trying to do is to inculcate this culture into this generation. That is what we are trying to do. Congratulations, Lwandile. Number 2 is Pamandla Dlamini from Masibegela High. Yeah, Dlamini has a very good smile. Dlamini is getting a tablet and is being sandwiched by the dean and by the acting minister. And then the one who gets position 1 is from Masibegela High. He's going to get a laptop. This trophy that you see, Namalazanja, I can see he's getting jealous when he's looking at these items. And a laptop bag. That goes to Luyanda Mgometulu, Masibegela High. So Mgomezulu is getting his laptop so that he can continue programming when he gets to Masibegela. Can you smile, Mgometulu? And then we've got the last one for a primary school. This one is very close to my heart, not the person, but this category. We've got only one person from primary, and that person is going to get a tablet. He's going to get a tablet and a gift bag and a trophy. And that person is Bayabonga Mhlanga. He or she is from Annandale. Please. Yeah. Let's give him a big round of applause, please. This guy, in the morning when I got here, he asked me, where is the programming contest? I said, are you ready? He said, I'm more than ready. Him. Now I have these students, these learners, they are getting consolation prizes, I've been told. I think my team is ready. So I'm going to read their names. These ones are going to get consolation prizes. They are not in any order. When I read your name, you come, you get your consolation prize. I have Tibuyile Masangane. This is to say, Masangane, next year you are coming to get a laptop. Tibuyile Masangane. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Not this one. So Masangane, next year, this is saying to you, you are coming to get position 1. So these are consolation prizes, and we are saying to you, well done. So this is Tibuyile Masangane. She's getting her consolation prize and a photo op. Smile, Masangane, please. And then we have Tei Semhlanga, Hlope Samgelisiwe, Piliswa Nhlego, Simpiwe Mavimbela, yeah, wait, Hlope, now yeah, so that you have your own opportunity. And then we have, this one is Hlope Samgelisiwe. And then we have Pili Swanhlego. She's getting a consolation prize now. We are encouraging them so that next year they come and partake. Smile, 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 Hlego. And then we have Simpiwe Mavimbela. Especially in Tandla, please. And then we have Pel Masugu. Pel Masugu. Smile, Masu. And then we have Langelihle Lamini. Langelihle Lamini. And then we have Delisam Tupa. What's encouraging here is that it's mainly girls that participated. And then we have Mapalala. I can hear Lwandle. Lwandle had the biggest, yes. And then we have Mapalala Fabricia. Smile, 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 Mapalala. And then we have Mahlalela Sibonelo. We have Yolanda Mavuso. Yolanda Mavuso. Yeah, your face, Mavuso, is saying next year I'm coming for the laptop. I can see you are not happy, but don't worry. And then we have Mkabela Kaelihle. We have Mkabela Kaelihle. Okay. We move on. We have Samuel Nitsingegile. We have Mkabela Tsingegile. Smile, Tsingegile. And then we have Dlamini Sanzisile. And then we have Mahlalela Nonsindiso. Mahlalela Nonsindiso. Nonsindiso is very happy about her consolation prize, I can see. Let's give her a round of applause. And then we have Shongwe Nogulunga. Shongwe Nogulunga. And then, yeah, that's the end. And then we will have, I'm going to invite Babe Moses Twala. Where is Twala? From FNP. Twala is going to present the big one. I can't present the big one. It's Twala who has to do the big one. So Twala is going to do the big one.
All protocol observed. Acting Minister, thank you very much for gracing such an amazing event. Ngicabanga ukuthi unqanele ngidakusho since abantu abajakela emakhaya. Silibhange le-FNB sivela sibancane kakhulu ukubandakanyeka nemsebenzi olivele omhle nakangaka. Special mention to UNISWA for such an amazing partnership we have had over the past few years. Actually dates long time ago. As FNP, innovation is a fundamental part of our DNA. We also have a serious passion for young minds and young people because we believe they are the drivers of the future. So we do want to drive the future as well. So that's why we are here. It was a very rough weekend. It started yesterday at 9 a.m. Where these young people, about more than 30 groups, more than 60 students, they all came in and just to listen to the problem statement for the first time. And they came up with solutions, which are very impressive, I must say. All 30 of them presented up until 9 p.m. yesterday. Special mention to our judges. They stayed here, they were hungry, they were thirsty, but they still stayed and make sure these young people are getting the ultimate out of the whole thing. Without a waste of time, started with 30 teams, and today we moved to the final round of 10 teams. I must say there were a lot of impressive, in fact all of you were impressive, you know, kubese kuletha lobutali mawubona abantwana batimisela kangaka Ngicabanga ukuthi a special mention goes to a high school group called Nazwe from Nazarene. These guys, they made it to the top 10. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we are just going to give them a consolation prize for just making it to the top 10. This is a special prize for them. Mangabe ke kunathishela lana lokhona, I hope sota ukhona drive abantu abakhe next year ukuthi babuye nana nabo. Nazwe. Smile and take a picture. Oh, should I? Guys, smile. It's a beautiful day. Without a waste of time, I think all of you man join at the competition, you were aware would see there is top 3. Yeah, it was a tough one. All the guys in the top 10 showed up, and you know when people are like speaking certain things and you're like, oh wow, I never thought of this. So it was a very, intense experience for us. So number 3, the number 3 is a difficult number. Yeah. Is it a prime number? It's a prime number. Yeah. So number 3 was Oasis Med. Come through, guys. And they win 10,000 emalangeni, which they shall use to develop the product further. Shantanta, 10,000. There's a lot of money, lift it up. Thank you guys, thank you guys. Number, oh, okay. You'll have to get the certificates as well. Oh yeah, you left your certificate. Yeah, it's not a thing. So. Oh, you also have a trophy. That's part of it. Okay, number 2. Is it a prime number? It's not a prime number. Okay, it's an even number. So, but unfortunately, these guys are not just even, but yeah, they are exceptional. And yeah, the gap between number 2, 3, 1 was very tight. It was very, very tight. And number 2 is Maswati Solutions. With a fake check of 15,000 emalangeni. Make sure you develop the solutions further. Don't take the money to buy a Honda Fit. Thank you guys. Then now this is a tough one. I must say, the judges had to argue a lot about this one. But there was something special about them. Like something super, super special about them. We tried to argue up and down and whatnot, but we were like, no, there's still something special about these ones. Who wants to take a wild case? With 30,000 emalangeni, green box, Green box. Green box. These are our winners, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. They are getting a fiat check of 30,000 emalangeni, which they shall use to further develop the product, and a trophy and a certificate. Can I also touch? We just hope you are not going to split the money 10,000 each. We are watching you. Thank you very much, guys. Siyabonga kakhulu Dokotela. Sibonga kakhulu nakuma participant. Overall, you guys were winners. The experience and the lessons, I hope you guys learned. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to all the contestants. You all were winners, guys, as it was mentioned. Before I let the acting minister take a seat, I would like to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Science to hand over a gift for the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of ICT. The Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Education and Training, Professor, please. And there's another gift, Acting Minister. This one is for the Honorable Minister for Education and Training. Ngine background ke acting minister yaga news at Inzabeni. We say you just declare go editor wakho na ubuye nema gifts kungendeka bese uthi keep them. We do hope and pray, acting minister, that it will be the same with both gifts for you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and your patience as we were doing this very important event. We do hope that you'll be with us again next year for the ICT Fair. From all of us, the partners, UNESCO, Royal Science and Technology Park,
UNESCO Sports Emporium, lapho khona ke sigoqo ICT Fair eminyaka wanga 2019 sibona ke umsebenzi lomuhle la ngekhathe eHolland lapho khona ke kuniketwa ke imihlomelo kulabo ke labadlala ke inzima letsite lokufika ekhathi ke kulabaphumelele inhlangothini ezahlukahlukene nalabo ke labasekele wona ke lo msebenzi lokufika ekhathi ke thina ke singumsakazo Eswatini TV masilela manje nje kusuka ukuhlupha le ndondo yami so isukuyibeka ekutheni ayiya
ngabe ngiyafeta nami ukuthi ngikhombisa ukuthi vele Natsi, we were able to get something, John.
Of course.
Thank you so much for tuning in these past 2 days. Of course, we do this for you, so it's always lovely to know that you guys are watching. And thank you, John, for being with me. I haven't done a live broadcast in quite a while. Hey?
Oh yeah, mangaliso kubonga mina mnayethu njengoba ngishilo ukuthi wena ube ngilokule ngubita ngalesilumbi ukuthi ubridge le digital divide ngoba mina vele ngidelwe ngale kwalabo 19 banibani. So we were able to connect and understand each other. Thank you so much, and I appreciate having hosted this event with you myself.
No, I also appreciate it myself. I've learned quite a bit, and we do hope that you guys have learned quite a bit as well, and you are inspired, particularly the youth, because if you go back to the theme, it is something that speaks especially to the youth, especially because these guys are the custodians of the future. So if I'm talking to the parents right now, if I'm talking to the youth, you do need to look into the ICT sector. You do need to look into technology because that is where the rest of the world is headed to. We've learned today, in the last 2 days, that there is the possibility of Bantu for creating platforms and innovations that we don't have to watch on TV or read about on the internet. We've got young kids, unfortunately we weren't able to speak to them, But I spoke to them, from schools like Nazarene who created applications now that they can actually use and implement in government structures and in lots of structures as a whole. I feel like it's that time where young people need to be inspired to want to become the next Mark Zuckerberg, to want to become the next Bill Gates, to want to become the next Steve Jobs. But particularly, I want you to become the first you.
Yeah, and I think Mangadi, so I don't know if I'm wrong, but ngiva ngazuthi esikhathini lesinyende masikhuluma ICT, we talk mostly and focus on the T part of it, which is technology, But I think there's opportunities for innovation around information and the communications part of things, which is where I think we also need to start helping young people to appreciate what innovations can be brought about, Yes, by technology and innovation in the area of communication and information itself, But I think applications and other systems and other gadgets, But generally, we are saying technology can be used to provide solutions, in the area of information and communication to help us to provide some efficiencies and ease around many of the problems that we face as a nation and as the world.
Yeah. Thank you so much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. I want to give a special shout out and thank you to the team from Eswatini TV that is here, from our directors to our camera people to our runners, to every single person who helped make, even the studio crew in Babane, of course. Thank you so much for helping to make this a possibility. Last but not least, my co-presenter, John. Thanks.
Yeah. He calls me Mr. Bank. Swatini, thank you so much for having been with us in this past 2 days. And we do look forward that probably next year, if God has kept us, we will be with you right here in the same place. Maswata matle sibongile.